Are you or a loved one deploying soon? Perhaps you recently said goodbye. Or are you preparing for a homecoming reunion? If you answered yes to any of these questions, chances are good that you are experiencing a wide range of emotions. To help you better understand what you are experiencing, you should know about the cycle of deployment. The cycle of deployment describes the emotional ups and downs that Navy families experience. It's typically divided into 7 stages. Let's talk about each of these stages individually. The first stage is the anticipation of loss. This begins about the time that you first learn of an upcoming deployment. During this stage, you may feel tense or sad and find yourself creating a to-do list of things that need to be done before deployment. The second stage is detachment and withdrawal. This begins about 2 weeks before your service member departs. You may feel sad or angry. These are coping mechanisms to protect you from the hurt of separation. You might also find that you and your partner argue over the smallest of things. It's completely normal for this stage. The third stage is emotional disorganization. You may feel depressed or lose things, or feel overwhelmed by a seemingly simple task. Or maybe you feel relieved because he or she has finally left. These two are completely normal emotions. This emotional disorganization can last between 2 to 6 weeks after your partner leaves for deployment while you establish new routines. The fourth stage starts about 2 weeks to 6 weeks into the deployment and is known as recovery and stabilization. At this point, you have established new routines. Perhaps you are enjoying the Command Family Readiness Group monthly meetings, or maybe you are starting a new hobby, a new class, or a new job. At this stage, you may miss your sailor, but you might also be feeling pride in your newfound routine and independence. The fifth stage occurs 4 to 6 weeks prior to your service member's return. This is the anticipation of homecoming. You probably feel excitement about his or her return as you begin to imagine homecoming and what life will be like with your partner home again. You might even be feeling a little anxious about trying to meet any goals that you've set or about seeing your partner again. You made it through homecoming day, and the good news is that your sailor is home again. Welcome to Stage 6, renegotiation. Now the two of you are in the process of getting reacquainted with each other, renegotiating roles and resetting expectations. And this can be a difficult adjustment for you to figure out who handles what roles and responsibilities, such as budgeting, routines, or chores. It's common to deal with awkwardness in your conversation, intimacy, and general relationship. Your service member may also be experiencing the effects of combat stress. The final stage in the cycle of deployment is reintegration and stabilization. During this stage, the family will continue to adjust having the service member home. The family and the service member begin to establish a new normal together regarding routines and expectations. This last stage can take up to 6 months as you stabilize your relationship with your partner. And finally, here are some facts to remember. The emotions you experience during the cycles of deployment are a normal reaction to an abnormal situation unique to the military. If your service member experiences combat stress, it can interfere with your ability to reintegrate as a couple. Seek help early rather than later. You don't have to go it alone. Use the many resources available to you. If your spouse is experiencing combat stress, call Military OneSource at 1-800-342-9647 or visit www.militaryonesource.mil and click on Counseling Options 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can also call the Military Crisis Line at 1-800-273-TALK. For more information, visit www.ffsp.navy.mil.